this is our hobby. This is what we do for fun.
Is we put farmers and firefighters and doctors and nurses in the same class together.
Everyone, it's Sara here with the Steffes Group. I am in Loyal, Wisconsin for this week's Steffes Spotlight. We are focusing on farm and technology days, and there is something here for everyone, between grain bin safety demos to tractor demos to 4-H'ers to FFA, you name it. There's something for everyone here, and I'm excited to check it out.
There's so many things to see. There's something for everybody, and that's what's really neat. There's good food, good people, and good stories.
And the unique thing about the pyramid is we put 4 horses in the back and then 3, 2, and 1 out front. So it's set up like bowling pins and no horses directly in front of each other. I've been driving the pyramid now for 5 years, I think. I started taking over from my dad, and Ty started when he was 8, and he actually started out showing the one that's 19 2 hands. Each horse is in one of my fingers. So like the lead horse I drive with my pointer finger, and then point, which would be the 2 horse behind him, I drive with my middle finger, and then 3 go with my ring finger, and then the back 4 I drive with just my pinky. And then I use my thumb from the opposite hand to adjust, like for turning. And
when I took it the first time here, I just got like a chill down my back while I'm actually doing it for the first time.
It's a pretty proud dad moment.
I'm here with Chris at Meyer Farms, and we are here with Izzy. Can you tell me just a little bit about Izzy?
Izzy is a purebred Belgian mare, or filly. She was born May 2nd of this year. So her mom's right here behind us, Dolly.
Dolly, oh, look at her. And is Izzy gonna be in the pyramid down the road too?
Possibly. Right now all my pyramid is geldings, but okay. We'll see once if a mare makes it back in. Years ago we had some mares in.
She's precious.
She will eat you.
Oh, Amy. You're almost as big as me.
Well, hey everybody. So I am one of the owners of Short Lane Egg Supply, and I also do the management for our seed and cover crop programs at Short Lane Egg Supply. We're an independent egg retailer that started out in Colby, Wisconsin in 1987. Plant right here. Now the reason that somebody would be like, Matt, I don't understand. Why would you want to use cover crops? Because we're covering stuff up. Isn't that a bad thing? Not really. So if we take a look at what we're seeing right here, we had an inch of rain last night, but you can see we're not seeing any mud. We're seeing consistent moisture all the way down. And not only are we seeing consistencies, but we're seeing this great pilling. And what this is, these are aggregates, and this is creating structure. So even though this is loose to the touch, this is what gives you very good structure for increased trafficability, meaning your equipment won't get stuck on this. And this is also providing more moisture to your main crop, especially if this wasn't interseeding. And also, if we see these fine roots underneath right here, if we are fighting compaction like this piece right here is, we can see, look at that. All those fine roots and main gauge roots are chewing through that right now, and they're turning that hard compaction into, look at all that cheddar. That's where the money is made. That's how you increase your profitability. It doesn't start what's on top, it starts what's down below.
Well, I'm Kevin, and this is our family engine. It's a 1916 case. It's been in the family since about 72. Other people boat and fish and golf. Well, we boil water. Well, everybody looks at the gas tractor and never questions how it works. They just assume it works. You turn on the light switch, you turn on the TV, nobody questions that. But you look at these things turning, fire and water, how do you make that do that? And so many times at an event like this today, people have come up, I don't even know what question to start with. How do you make fire and water do that? Physics 101 and chemistry 101, that's all it is. You boil water, it makes steam, and that's power. My mom just loved it. My mom actually cooked in the smoke box. She would take a big double pot, like a cast iron pot, and wrap a roast a couple times with aluminum foil. And she'd put a roast in the morning while we start working, and then at lunch we'd have hot roast beef sandwiches.
Well, it's day 2 and Jared here.
Morning.
We are heading into Farm and Tech Days, and we're gonna meet with Pam Janke this morning. And word on the street is we need a few energy drinks to keep up with her. So we'll see if that works, but we're really excited to talk with her.
And I'm Ashley Hewen from the Steffes Group here at Farm and Tech Days in Loyal, Wisconsin. I'm here with the fabulous farm babe, Pam Janke. I've been waiting my whole life to say that.
You did it well, you did it well.
You're on how many radio stations?
26 across the state of Wisconsin.
I'm here today to talk about how you got started. Let's go way back.
Yeah, no kidding. Way back is exactly right. Yes, smart aleck. Yeah. No, farm broadcasting is all I've ever done as far as my career is concerned. I grew up on a small dairy farm in northeast Wisconsin, about 26 miles north of Green Bay. My farm is still there. I'm now the 4th generation that's operating it. The cows went about 15 years ago, but the ground we're still cash cropping. Went to school at River Falls. Now, initially, when I went to school, it was to become an agriculture attorney. So I got to River Falls, and my sophomore year, my advisor said to me, Janke, why don't you wake up and smell the coffee? You never shut up. You're talking to everybody all the time. Why don't you go across the street to journalism and see if they've got something that fits you?
Sure.
So long story short, I ended up with dual degrees, broad area agriculture broadcast journalism, got a national scholarship, and I got offered a job on the plane ride back from the scholarship presentation. And I haven't looked back since. It's I don't know what God meant for me to do if it wasn't this.
So in our company, we've actually named it. You get the Steffes way.
There you go.
So what's the farm babe way?
I think we probably mirror ourselves pretty much the same. Anybody that works with me has to, number one, be from agriculture. You have to have an agriculture background. I say it all the time. I can teach you radio. I can teach a monkey radio. But I can't teach you agriculture. You may think you know what story you're going to get, but you've got to keep your ears open and your mouth shut and let that story unfold. Don't make any assumptions. That's half the excitement of the job.
But we want our employees to come back in the morning. We want our farmers to come back in the morning. We have farmers that's training their kids like an employee, teaching them safety. Just talk to them straight up, one-on-one. We go in there and we have a conversation about safety and life and death and equipment, and we talk about it. The equipment is made as safe as it can at the time it's made. We as the farmer are the ones that takes off shields. We're the ones that don't respect it. I train farmers not to have accidents. I train rescuers what a farmer is. The biggest piece of our success is we put farmers and firefighters and doctors and nurses in the same class together.
This is a perfect venue where we get the best access to our farm community. We are demonstrating what happens when people don't follow safety rules. We talk about prevention. Well, the prevention piece in the grain bin rescue scenario is if you don't have to go into a grain bin, don't go in. If we can prevent one of these people attending today from becoming a victim in a farm accident rescue, then we've done our job.
The world is so small. I just interviewed Jerry here, and he knows all about auctions. Can you tell me your auction connection?
Well, my dad's been an auctioneer since 1966. He's pretty much retired now, but I spent most of my childhood growing up at auctions every weekend. Whether it was a household auction, a farm auction, an estate sale, I'm auctioned to death.
Well, tell me your favorite thing about auctions, since you obviously have a lot of memories of them.
I like antiques.
Okay.
So that's my favorite part. Kind of getting through everything beforehand to see where the stuff is, what box is that in, and all those types of things. And competitive bidding is kind of fun, actually.
So I do have one question. Can you talk like an auctioneer?
Not a chance. I can talk fast, but I cannot talk as fast as an auctioneer.
It's okay, I can't either.
My name is Taylor Schaefer. I'm Wisconsin's 75th Alice in Dairyland. I grew up just south of Milwaukee in Racine County on my parents' beef and crop farm. And that's really where I found my passion for agriculture from a really young age. I was involved in the Racine County 4-H program. I exhibited steers and hogs and basically everything in between in terms of projects at my local county fair. And from there, I actually attended the University of Wisconsin-Madison. I just graduated in May with degrees in animal sciences and life sciences communication. And from there, I was selected as the 75th Alice in Dairyland. So Alice serves as the official ambassador for Wisconsin's $104.8 billion agriculture industry. So from cranberries to ginseng to beef, dairy, and so much more, Alice is the face of agriculture here in Wisconsin. So as Alice, I travel the state. I'll probably put on about 35 to 40,000 miles this year, going to farms, talking to producers, talking to consumers, and attending events like Farm Technology Days, and really just reaching different audiences. So whether you're on the farm or you're a consumer who doesn't know where their food comes from, that's where Alice can step in.
Well, I am here with the Marieke Gouda cheese. Did I say that right?
You did.
Yeah, really good.
Look at that, I said that right. But I am going to try some cheese here. So can you tell me what kind of cheese I'm going to try?
So this is the Golden. It's 6 to 9 months old. It's our vegetarian option. It's made with vegetable rennet rather than beef. And this is Hatch pepper. It is 2 to 4 months old.
Okay. All right, so which one should I try first? This.
So do the Golden. It's
this one here.
The mustard dip makes it unique. Taste.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh boy.
This is our mustard dill dip. It's actually imported from Holland.
Yeah. Imported from Holland. Wow. But that is good. No pun intended. Gouda cheese. I like that.
Like 20 years ago, we immigrated from the Netherlands.
Oh, wow.
We grow actually up with the Gouda cheese. And over there is like 80% Gouda cheese, the same as here, Colby and Cheddar. But so when we like 6 years here, we missed actually the Gouda cheese. And
okay.
Yeah, maybe we can we get the good Wisconsin milk. Maybe we can make it in cheese what we like. And so we start doing some research and finally in 2006 we start making our own cheese.
We have lots of activities here in the youth tent for our youth, ranging from the young toddler all the way up to the high school student. We're really focusing on careers in agriculture, safety in agriculture, and then some livestock education for our youth that are coming through, and adults as well. So,
my name is Brody Mueller, and my favorite thing here is to make sure the animals are happy and doing well.
We're in the youth tent where we actually have 6 different safety stations teaching youth that are attending here all about different safeties. So we're teaching about ATV and UTV safety, we're teaching about farm equipment safety, PTO and tractor rollover, lawn equipment safety, and grain safety. It is so much fun to be part of farm shows, especially like Wisconsin Farm Technology Days. For us, I think, because we normally aren't with the youth that we're teaching all the time, it's fun to actually see the kids interacting with the different hands-on demonstrations, learning safety, but then at the end for the parents to come up to us and say, this was maybe one of the best things that my kid experienced here. To be able to see that smile on the kid's face when they go home because they had fun, but also the smile on the parents' face because they know that their kids learned something that potentially could save their life.
If you know Steffes at all, we are all about finding stories. We believe every auction has a story, and we believe that every single person has a story. So here at Farm and Tech Days, we really did dive into people's stories. They come here for a reason. There is something here for everybody. For your children, there was youth activities, there was safety demonstrations, there's tractor roller demonstrations, and there was grain bin safety demonstrations. For someone like me from Fargo, North Dakota, I have never experienced the Wisconsin Farm and Tech Days, but really it was truly a great experience, and I'm so thankful for everyone who let me tell their story. I think one of my highlights was maybe seeing the Meyer Farms and the 10-horse pyramid. That was pretty fascinating. If you have a favorite story from Farm and Tech Days, comment below. If you have been here, comment below. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button. We will have more vlogs coming your way. And if you have a story idea for us to come out and film, please email us at steffesspotlight@steffesgroup.com. And if you want to follow up on any auctions or upcoming events, go to steffesgroup.com.